guitar players. And today, if you are an adult, say age 40 and up, and are looking to learn how to play the guitar, but without spending months and months of practice and going over scales and modes and progressions and all that sort of thing, then you're at the right place. I've been teaching guitar for over 40 years. And so many students start off and get totally frustrated at the very beginning, trying to make chords, trying to make the chords sound clear, and being able to move from one to the other smooth and even without any interruption between your chords, and keeping the strumming hand going at the same time. So it's a lot to absorb, I understand that. I've developed a way, and if I'd have been taught this back when I was a teenager starting out on the guitar, it would have been so much easier and faster, and it will be for you, because I'm going to show you that today. You want to keep it simple when you learn how to play guitar. You don't need to learn how to play lead guitar or scales or modes, bar chords, none of that. 99.9% of the people wanting to learn how to play, especially adults, are wanting to learn as quick as possible, as easy as possible, and just to be able to play songs for yourself or your family and friends or the campfire, local church group, whatever the case might be. But you don't want to spend months and months and months trying to learn how to play songs. The secret to it is keep it very simple. I'm going to show you 4 chords today that will allow you to play hundreds and hundreds of your favorite songs, even thousands of songs. And all it takes is these 4 chords. So what you want to do is focus on these 4 chords, learn them, and be able to change from one to the other, and then you can take these chords and put them into songs using these 4 chords. And the way I'm going to make the chords are going to make this possible. Now, the normal open G chord, and you may have experienced this already, may have started trying to learn already, and that's okay, but focus on what I'm showing you today, and you'll be playing these 4 chords and songs in a matter of days, not months and months. Okay? Remember, the open G chord, if you look at my hand here, is played here, and you go to C. You see that big movement? A lot of movement in those fingers. That's where the problem comes in for beginners. Trying to get from this chord to this chord, making them sound right, being able to move from one to the other smoothly. And that's the secret to what I'm going to show you today. And we have the E minor right here. So if you had D over here and you're going to E minor, you see the big movement here, okay? A lot of movement in the fingers. And then the D chord. If you're playing C, and you're going to go D from C, see that big movement here? Or G to D, even more movement. And when you're starting out, that frustrates a lot of people in the very beginning, and they just give up. Stop. So I'm going to show you the easy way to play these 4 chords with very little movement. And then it makes it easier to play the chords and make them sound right the way I'm showing you. Show you real quick. First finger is going to be on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Okay? Second finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. And your ring finger and the little finger are locked in on the bottom 2 strings, the little strings on the bottom, on the 3rd fret. Now the key to this is the bottom 2 fingers here on the 1st and 2nd string on 3rd fret never come off. They stay locked in. There's the secret to it, because what this does, it gives you a great guide, and it stops letting your fingers get in positions they shouldn't be on different frets, and it's easy to move from one chord to the other. And I'm going to show you that right now. So you have G. That's G. And you want to press straight down on your fingertips. Straight down on your fingertips. Your fingernails need to be cut. Absolutely. So allow your fingertips to go straight down to the fretboard firmly. Now you don't want to overpress. You want to press just enough to where you get a clear sound. Just strum your pick down, just like that. You want a clear sound. Okay, so G. Now if we're going to go to C, remember I just showed you the C open chord. Standard way is G to C. You see that big movement? Okay, here, again, 2 bottoms locked in on 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. 2nd finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. G. Now we're going to go to C. These 2 bottoms stay where they are. Drop your 1st and your 2nd finger down 1 string. That's it. Simple movement. Simple movement compared to the G to C the other way. So G, move your first finger down, the second finger down one string, and C. That's it. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. And what you want to do when you practice these chords, start say with these two. G, 2, 3, 4, C. 2, 3, 4, G. First and second finger down. So bottom two locked in, and just move first and second finger down from the G to the C. That's it. So simple. Easy transition. Okay? Now, if you're going to go to D, again, first and second finger, little finger and ring finger locked in. Your first finger goes to the third string, second fret for D. Simple as that. So all you have to do is move the one finger, okay, from C or from G to D, put it on the third string, second fret, D. Okay? Alright. The final chord is the E minor. Now the E minor you can play fourth and fifth string, second fret. You can play it with one finger if you're able to press both of them down together. E minor. Or you can use your first finger on the fifth string, second fret, your second finger on the fourth string, second fret. And that's E minor also. And your bottom two still locked in, okay? Bottom two strings, third fret. So here's what you have. G. Move your first finger down, second finger down. To the D, first finger to third string, second fret. To the E minor, fourth and fifth string, second fret. Back to G. Let's go over this. C. D, first finger, third string, second fret. E minor. G. That's where you want to practice it, just like that. And then you can speed it up if you want to. A little bit more fun this way. Now, when it comes to strumming, what you want to do first is just strum these chords. Just use downstrokes to start with. If it's brand new to you, just downstrokes. You start with 4 stroke, 3, 4, and then go to C. And you can mix them up. You go G to E minor, okay, to D, to C. Any way you want. These 4 chords, no matter which way you play them, they go together. They're in the same key. And now on the C, some people would refer to this as a C add 9. Is what it is played this way, but we're just going to call it C. Sounds great, works great, C. Okay? So again, when you're first starting, if you're new, let your elbow be close to your body, and let your hand and fingers come all the way around, and just the tip of your finger touch it. And you want to be right next to the fret you're supposed to be on. Like, for instance, on the first finger, 5th string, okay, 2nd fret, not on top of it, not on top of the 2nd, but just right next to it. And by being next to it, it requires less pressure to make it sound clear, and it will be much easier as far as making them sound clear and being able to play the chord. It won't take as much pressure when you're close to the fret. The further away you get from it, the harder it gets to press the string. So right next to the fret in each case, as far as each string. Okay. Now one thing I want to go over with you, if you've been on the net or you've been practicing from a book or video, whatever, and if you're having trouble, you're not progressing like you want to, or if you're brand new, focus, keep it simple, people. Guitar's fun. It's easy. It's not hard to learn. If you go with my 4 chords I just showed you and practice 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, that's all it takes. If you do the 10 minutes a day and practice these chords, first learn how to play them and then move from one to the other. You can just do like this. Just move from one to the other. Get used to the chord movement. Get used to playing the chords, pressing them down. But 10 minutes a day, you'll be playing these chords clear and be able to move from one to the other in a week or less. A week or less. If you just put in the time, 10 minutes a day, and most everyone can spare 10 minutes a day. You will never regret it. If you'll spend the time, learn these 4 chords, and then I've got some songs that I'll show you how to play using 2, 3, or 4, all 4 of these chords. Keeping it simple, keeping it easy, and you'll be able to play hundreds and hundreds of songs, thousands in fact. One thing I want to mention also, strongly recommend getting a capo. This guitar capo. Now what it's really intended, it's made for, is where you can change if you had someone singing in a key that you don't know the chords to, or you want to keep it in chords that you do know. You can take the capo, put it in different places on the neck, just clamp it on, and you can play and adjust. You can play the G chord, okay, here, and the capo acts like this little white piece. So every time you put the capo on, what you've done is you've shortened the neck. The white piece becomes irrelevant, and the capo acts like the white piece, which is called the nut. But what I recommend, and why I recommend getting a capo, is for being able to play the chords much, much easier. Okay? And the reason being is when you put the capo on the neck, if you follow the neck going down, you'll see the frets get closer and closer and closer. The further down your capo, further down you put the capo on the neck, what it does, number one thing it does is makes the strings closer to the fretboard. The strings want is high to press down. And a lot of inexpensive guitars, the strings are so high that alone frustrates you and makes you want to quit. So it makes it much easier to press because it lowers the strings. And then, let's say we were playing up here, I had it on the 5th fret, okay? Now what I've done, okay, here, the C doesn't require as much space between the fingers because the space in between the frets gets shorter. So get you a capo. I can't stress it enough. Get you a capo. I know a lot of people, a lot of students of mine, and a lot of guitar players I know, they play with a capo all the time. And it's all right, you can. And in another video, I'll show you how to use this capo to allow you to play thousands of songs. Most any song you ever wanted to learn to play with the capo, it will be possible. And you can continue to play the simple, easy chord, G, minor, C, and D. So be sure to get your capo. I'm going to put a link down below to Amazon to the capo that I'm using. You can click that link and then bring you to the page and show you the capo that I use. Recommend, it's a Kaiser, K-Y-S-E-R, and they're about $18, I think, $20, something like that. But there are a lot of different ones. This is as good as any. I've been using this one for many years. And like I say, I've been teaching people how to play guitar for over 40 years. And if you follow me, if you've got a lot of videos and instructions, material laying around, and you've been trying to follow from one thing to the other, or videos on the internet, going from one site to another, stop doing that. If you do what I'm showing you, these 4 chords, learn them well, learn them, be able to play, change from one to the other, and then making them sound well, you'll be able to play it in a matter of days. Trust me. As far as rhythm gives a lot of people a lot of trouble. In a lot of places you'll see on videos and instruction material, it talks about strumming patterns, like down, down, or up, down, down, up, and a variation of patterns. And don't try to learn it that way, because you'll be trying to concentrate so much on how many down, ups, or what you're supposed to be going down, down, up, or down. Totally confusing, because then you're trying to do this along with trying to move from one chord to the other, and it's just going to be overwhelming. So think of strumming as timing, like a drum beat. 2, 3, 4, 1. Listen to the song, listen to the beat, and then just get in there and start strumming. And it won't be perfect to start with. Believe me, I understand that. I can remember back when I first started, It was crazy. But it doesn't take long if you think of rhythm. Strumming is timing. Okay? Rhythm is timing. And think of it that way. And just get your strum. Let your wrist relax. And let your hand just relax and go back and forth like this. And just make it your own. Have fun with this. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it hard. It's not. If you follow this method, 4 chords, and then also get that capo, you'll be playing these 4 chords and using them to play real songs in just days. One other thing that's really important is be sure that your guitar is in good tune. Every time you sit down to practice, be sure it's in good tune. And you can tune by ear, but I've known people that play guitar for 20, 30 years that cannot tune by ear. It's not as an easy chore to do. I recommend getting an electronic tuner. I use the little electronic tuner that clips on here on the headstock, and you can sit and read it. And when the needle's to the left, you need to tighten your string. When it's to the right, you need to loosen your string. And it shows your each string, E, A, D, G, B, E. E, A, D, G, B, E. E, A, D, G, B, E. So when you hit the E bass string, it'll show you the E, whether it's low, flat, or high, sharp. In the middle, it's perfect. Then you move on to the A, and so on. Really easy to use, nothing to them. They're great. And that way, sit down, just check your guitar tuning real quick, and you'll be ready to go and practice. Get playing songs. So get your tuner. I highly recommend it. Also, when you start, use a pick. Use a pick. I use a little Jim Dunlop nylon pick. I think it's .46, I believe it is. 46 millimeter. But get your pick, and you can try different picks. You don't want one that's too thick. It make a lot of noise on the strings, and it won't want to flow through the strings evenly. So I like to say 46, 48 millimeter is good. But you can try a different kind. They've got plastic, and they've got, like I say, the nylon and a tortoise, variety of different ones. Again, I like the plastic because it's quiet. But the 46 millimeter allows smooth, even strumming through the strings. Okay, so again, use a pick. Use a pick. Absolutely. Okay, let's go through these chords one last time. Strum along with me. I'm going to go slow. We're going to start with that G. Remember, the bottom 2 locked in, 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret, 5th and 6th strings, 2nd and 3rd fret for the G. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, just move your 1st finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret. Bottom 2 will never leave. They'll stay there. D, 2, 3, 4, C, 5th and 6th string, 4th and 5th string, 2nd and 3rd fret. 4th and 5th string, 2nd and 3rd fret for C. Then you go to E minor, 4th and 5th string, 2nd fret. And again, these 2 locked in, all 4 chords. They never come up. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you have, leave your comment. Excuse me. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. If you have any questions, something you're having trouble with, or something you would like to see, I'll be glad to help you with anything. But leave your comments down below. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. I love hearing from everyone. And while you're here, also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. By doing that, you allow me to YouTube to spread the word about my channel to other people, to other adults that are wanting to learn. Maybe tried in the past when they were a teenager, or maybe you tried as you were working on 7 days a week job or 5 day a week job, just didn't have time. All it takes is 10 minutes a day, 4 chords, G, C, D, E minor, the way I'm showing it here, and you'll be playing in no time at all. And again, till next time, you can always email me also. Email me, bestbeginnerguitarlessons@gmail.com. bestbeginnerguitarlessons@gmail.com. Also, you go to my website. I've got some free lessons there, traditional lessons. But if you want to learn quick, the 4-chord method is the way you need to go. Keep it simple, folks. But if you want to go to my website, you surely can. It's bestbeginnerguitarlessons.com. Fill in the email address, click the red button, and you'll be brought to 38 step-by-step lessons. Again, these are traditional lessons. It's a progressive step-by-step method, and really, really thorough course. But again, 4 chords is all you need to start. And I know a lot of people, I've taught a lot of people using just 4 chords, and then you can add these 4 chords and get you about 10 to 12 chords with a good mixture of major, minor, and 7th chords. And that's all it takes. You don't need to learn hundreds and hundreds of chords. You don't need to learn bar chords. You don't need to play scales. You don't need to play modes. None of that. 4 chords to start with. You'll be playing songs, and you'll be so excited and happy. And I believe that's it for today. Again, leave your comments, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Let's go learn how to play some guitar.